The city's showing the sustained wind speeds, those constant wind speeds, but the map, the colorful map, and using this legend here, those are those wind gusts, those brief gusty winds that move through. So when we're starting those parades on Mardi Gras, we're going to see some very strong winds into the upper teens and 20s across South Mississippi, and then those wind gusts already into the 20s, some of those into the 30s. And as we just continue throughout those afternoon hours, this is our next little cold front that's going to be moving through, not necessarily bringing a whole lot of rain showers, but definitely going to cool things down and maybe just a little light drizzle. Of course, I'll talk about that here in just a second. But outside on our Hancock Whitney Tower cam, like I said, due to that high pressure, nice, clear, very calm outside. Still our low temperatures across the rest of South Mississippi, mainly seeing those lower 40s here on the coast, but our more inland cities and inland counties, you guys are going to get into those upper 30s across the area. So definitely want to grab a nice warm coat as you do start your Thursday morning. There is a severe threat for tomorrow. It is a level 1 marginal risk, level 1 out of 5. So it's one of the more lower risk chances for severe weather. The main threat that we are tracking right now is the potential for some large hail, gusty winds, and you can't rule out a tornado or two. And the entire green area, and that entire green area is a lot bigger. It's stretching into portions of Louisiana. So the tornado threat is low tomorrow, but not zero. But we're going to continue to see more widespread rain showers for most of this evening, and this is going to continue to add up. It'll probably still be a little drizzly by the time we are starting our Wednesday, so pack that raincoat and have it handy. And then you're going to need your winter coat by the time you head home, because our cold front's going to be moving through our afternoon hours, dropping those temperatures into those 40s and 30s, and that's where we're actively watching that area of rotation, watching for these greens and reds to really tighten up. There's a little bit of space, a little bit of a gap, but that's where we're seeing that area of rotation currently happening. It's once it does go cross over the Mississippi border into Alabama, then we will go back to our regularly scheduled programming. But until then, we're going to continue to monitor this active tornado warning over in George County. So Shipman folk, you guys need to start getting ready. We're going to continue to zoom in here right around Shipman Road, getting ready to cross Highway 98. Anybody on Highway 98, making sure you guys are pulling over or stopping where you're at, because we do have watching this active area of circulation. You can only imagine the amount of destruction that came through and wiped out everything from those hurricane-forced winds. We saw structures destroyed, casinos that were once on the water washed up on shore, and lives at risk. All of us through Jackson County felt those hurricane impacts, and all of us around will always remember. Look at all the snow on the roads. We can relate to that about a few months ago. We're definitely dealing with all the snow that we had, and on our roadways, especially on the interstates and some of those neighborhood roads. But definitely seeing a lot more of that heavy snowfall up there rather than down here in South Mississippi.
And now, your weather authority.
Good evening, South Mississippi. I'm meteorologist Sam Parker. Of course, our main focus and what we've been talking about most of this week is our severe weather threat for Saturday. So here's what we have. We're watching for Saturday afternoon and evening. There's that timeline I have there, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. for all of South Mississippi. We're mainly watching out for the chance for some severe showers and thunderstorms that could produce some strong damaging winds and potentially a few tornadoes. So make sure you do have a way to receive weather notifications, whether it is on our WXXV Weather Authority app. That is one of the best ways too, because it does notify you for any watches or warnings in your area if you do have those notifications on. But as we do look outside on our Mississippi Power radar, we do have tornado watches into effect off to our west and northwest, not here in South Mississippi. They're watching some for more development for their area just over there. But we are still into that slight chance region. We could see something. Although everything I've been continuing to watch, it is on the lower side. I'm not really forecasting way too many showers or thunderstorms moving in through the area, but there is a slight chance we could see that. These blue boxes here on your screen, though, those are our wind advisories mainly going into effect for tomorrow. We're going to see some wind speeds coming out of the south, anywhere from 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusts anywhere from 35 to 45 miles per hour. As we look at that severe threat, this is for today, mainly for tonight. We are into that level 2, like I was talking about for our northern counties, level 1 down here for our coastal counties. It's heading in towards Saturday was where our big threat is looming across South Mississippi. Our level 4 moderate risk chance, but you do see this pink up here. That is a high risk chance, the level 5 out of 5 that they really don't issue all too often. The last time they issued a level 5 2 days out was back in 2012. So this is a very rare occasion. But of course, here in South Mississippi, all of us into that level 4 moderate risk chance for severe showers and thunderstorms. And the biggest things we are tracking is for those strong damaging winds and the potential for a few tornadoes. The hail and flooding are definitely on the lower side, and especially I want to make that known on the flooding side. We are not really expecting a lot of rainfall for Saturday. We're mainly watching for a few cells to pop up through that could dump anywhere from an inch and a half of an inch to a quarter of an inch of rainfall. Here's how it looks on Futurecast. For tonight, like I said, not really forecasting or seeing all too much. All of the stuff's going to stay off to our west. It's heading in towards Saturday afternoon. That's when we're watching our chances for our showers and thunderstorms moving in through the afternoon and evening hours. We're going to take a closer look at that. Zooming in here towards South Mississippi, giving it to you more hour by hour. Here we are starting Saturday morning, heading in towards our Saturday afternoon hours. If you do have plans due in the morning, it's after 1 p.m. That's when we're going to start to see some of those storm cells moving in through the area for the western side of the viewing area. And this is what we're watching for. Like I said, these smaller storms not really dumping a lot of rainfall, but the intensity in these storm cells is very much there. The storm energy is very much there for the taking for these storm cells to develop and definitely get a hold of all of that energy and produce those stronger winds and the potential for a few tornadoes as it continues to move across South Mississippi for most of those afternoon and evening hours, and moving on through into Sunday. The threat is all over. We're going to look at another model because this model is a little bit more intense with the rainfall and the amount of storm cells we could possibly be seeing. Here's that threat heading into tonight. Some smaller showers, but as we head towards our Saturday, we're going to see that stronger line continue to come closer and closer towards us right around noon. Some little slight drizzles, but here comes those intense little smaller storm cells that could produce those strong winds and tornadoes. Like I said though, not a lot of rainfall expected to move through South Mississippi, but definitely the chance for those stronger storm elements are there for the taking. The environment is very prime for these conditions to happen, why we have and are tracking for the high risk of tornadoes and stronger winds. But as we look outside now here in Gulfport, it's a pretty gray, gloomy day, and that's what we have. Mostly cloudy skies, 72 degrees. Temperatures across the rest of South Mississippi right now, all around into the 70s, still very warm. Also definitely very humid outside as well. We're continuing to see those southerly winds moving in through the area. Those are definitely picking up and fueling those storms up to our north. But of course, it's going to continue to go through that process, continuing into through our overnight hours, setting us up for Saturday. After Saturday, Sunday looking great, partly cloudy skies, high of 73 degrees, and going to continue to stay into the 70s as we start next week. Good afternoon, South Mississippi. We're sliding through the work week as we are at Friday Eve. Tomorrow's Friday, looking towards that weekend. Finally, today we've had some pretty warm temperatures into the... How's it going, South Mississippi? I'm here at the Mississippi Aquarium. Actually, a little different location rather than the usual WXXV parking lot. But weather here at the moment is nice. A nice, clear, sunny afternoon. Temperatures to reach into those mid 80s. Maybe behind me you can see some of the dolphins swimming tonight. But of course, weather where you live right now, it's currently 91 degrees. But those real field temperatures are a lot hotter than that 91 degree temp. These real field temperatures probably all around into the mid upper hundreds. So bring some water if you're coming out here tonight. Bring some chairs. Good morning, South Mississippi. I'm here in Hattiesburg at the Hattiesburg Zoo, where you can, obviously it's dumping rain. We're out here with the giraffe. This is who again? Grace. We're here with Grace behind me. She's having a good time in the rain.